Hey everyone, and welcome back to Trend Guards, where we break down the latest in AI and tech with absolute accuracy. Today's explainer covers a massive, literally game-changing shift in both physical and digital AI. The physical AI revolution, well, it has officially entered the consumer home. We're talking about a verified, invite-only humanoid robot cleaning houses in San Francisco for just $30 an hour. And at the exact same time, over in the software world, Anthropic is officially restoring global access to its banned AI models, Claude Fable 5 and Mythos 5. But, and this is a big but, there is a massive catch regarding your personal data in both of these stories. So, let's get into it.
I know this sounds like straight-up science fiction, but it is officially a reality. The commercialization of humanoid robotics has crossed the threshold from the industrial warehouse directly into the suburban living room. Tao Robotics just launched an invite-only humanoid robot home cleaning pilot service right in San Francisco. And I want you to really notice this number. $30. According to verified reports from the Korea Daily and official Instagram launch materials, a bipedal machine literally comes to your house and performs manual labor at a highly disruptive hourly rate of just $30.
To really understand this disruption, look at the contrast here. Data from explainx.ai shows that traditional human cleaning services like Gatsby usually charge a flat rate of around $150. So Tao Robotics is sparking an absolute price war in the home service industry by radically, and I mean radically, undercutting human labor costs.
So what exactly are you getting for that $30? Well, based on official launch materials they shared on Facebook, the robot scrubs floors, does standard household chores, and honestly, the fact that it will even clean your litter boxes is nothing short of incredible. It uses advanced neural networks and spatial computing to successfully navigate the chaotic, unpredictable environments of a human home. You know, it's not just a demo in a controlled lab anymore. This thing is actively navigating around your furniture, folding your laundry, and loading your dishwasher.
We really need to pivot to the critical why it matters phase of the story. Because while a $30 an hour robot maid sounds absolutely incredible, experts are pointing out a massive privacy catch regarding your personal data. To understand this catch, we have to demystify the tech powering these machines, which is known as teleoperation, or human-in-the-loop AI. Here is the verified reality. When the robot encounters an edge case, say a fragile vase, a confusing latch on a cabinet, or maybe just a uniquely messy room, it doesn't just figure it out on its own. It actually beams a live video feed back to a remote human worker who then manually guides the robot's hands to complete the task. And the crucial point here is the staggering privacy implication of that. When this robot cleans your house, it is mapping the exact spatial floor plan of your home. It's using high-resolution cameras to identify your personal belongings, your documents, and your most private spaces. And because of that teleoperation feature, you are paying $30 an hour to have a remote human worker visually inspect the inside of your home through a camera-covered machine. You really have to ask yourself if the convenience is worth inviting a networked, teleoperated machine straight into your bedroom.
Let's see how this builds into the broader AI landscape. While physical AI is entering the home, digital AI is making a huge return to the global market. Anthropic is officially restoring access to its frontier models, Claude Fable 5 and Mythos 5, for users worldwide. Tracing the exact timeline of these models is super vital for context. According to reporting from Hensley.ai, both of these models were suspended globally back on June 12, 2026. This was the result of a U.S. export control directive under the Trump administration, which flagged these specific models due to their highly advanced autonomous capabilities and cybersecurity proficiency. Basically, Anthropic had to pull them from the public API to comply with federal law. But, as of today, that access is globally restored.
So what changed? Anthropic successfully navigated the government review process, proving that their containment frameworks are now sufficient to allow the public to access this frontier-tier intelligence again. This is a massive win for developers out there, particularly those who really rely on Fable 5's exceptional 80.3% SWE Bench Pro scores for complex coding tasks. Because just like with our robot maids, there's a catch here too. Mashable's reporting reveals a massive data policy shift. Previously, Anthropic maintained a super strict policy of not training their models on user prompts without explicit, granular consent. But under their updated deployment architecture, the terms have completely flipped. Using the restored Fable 5 model now requires opting into data collection, meaning if you want access to the absolute most powerful model Anthropic has ever built, you must agree to let your interactions be ingested right into their data pipeline.
Analytically speaking, the industry context driving this shift is pretty clear. AI price wars are just destroying margins across the board, and the compute costs required to run these frontier models are astronomically high.
To compete with heavyweights like OpenAI and Google, Anthropic needs a continuous, real-time fire hose of human interaction data. They are literally trading access for your data. But for enterprise users handling sensitive intellectual property or proprietary code, this trade-off is a massive compliance red flag.
Speaking of competing with Google, the AI race isn't just about compute power anymore, it's about people. We're reporting directly on findings from investors.com, which state that Google's stock is retreating amid the loss of top artificial intelligence scientists to rivals like OpenAI and Anthropic. Google is quietly bleeding the human capital required to compete in this new era. So why exactly is this happening? I mean, Google DeepMind literally invented the transformer architecture, the entire foundation of modern AI. But what we are discovering is that in the AI economy, top-tier talent is the actual product. Researchers are leaving for OpenAI and Anthropic because those rivals offer better agility, highly competitive compensation packages, and honestly, just incredible sheer momentum right now. You can have all the hardware in the world, but if you lose the researchers who understand advanced architectures and agentic containment, the market takes notice and the stock retreats.
So, we've covered physical AI, changing data policies, and huge talent migration. Let's synthesize this into practical steps you actually need to take right now. First, consumers. The Tao Robotics pilot is just the beginning. As humanoid domestic workers become more common, you really need to treat them like smart speakers with legs. Assume everything the robot sees is being mapped and potentially viewed by a remote human pilot. Do not let them into rooms with sensitive documents. Second, developers. Fable 5 is back, which is great, but read those new terms of service carefully. If you're feeding proprietary code into the API, ensure you are on an enterprise tier that legally blocks your data from being used for training. Third, investors. Follow the talent migration, not just the flashy press releases. The labs retaining the best alignment and robotics engineers, those are the ones who will win the next decade.
The ultimate takeaway from this explainer is that the line between digital and physical AI is completely gone. The exact same advanced intelligence writing your proprietary software today is scrubbing your living room floor tomorrow. The capabilities are scaling like crazy, but so is the cost of access, and right now, it's often being paid for with your privacy and your data.
So, I want to leave you with a provocative thought that really brings all of this together. We know the convenience is incredible, and the price point is incredibly disruptive. But knowing that a remote human pilot might be actively watching through the cameras to guide the machine, would you let a $30 an hour tele-operated robot clean your house? Weigh that convenience against the reality of remote human oversight, and make sure you adapt your privacy habits accordingly. Thank you so much for joining me for this Trend Guards Explainer. Stay curious and stay private.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.